Welcome to Warren, Ohio. This is our first stop on our tour of the city. This is the Warren G. Harding Monument. Former high school petitioners, when they decided the building was too dilapidated and falling apart to stand, wanted the building saved, so they compromised into keeping just the front of the building. So now we have in this lovely Warren, Ohio neighborhood that I am currently panning through just the front of a falling apart high school. Now, if you could see some of the infrastructure, the old windows. Now, this was a place of great rivalry, football rivalries, gang rivalries, pretty much any rivalry you can think of. What I'm trying to do now is get a look at the sidewalk, the doors. Looks like some trash and cigarette cartons. Truly a lovely sight for any urban neighborhood. Actually, it fits in quite well with the rest of the neighborhood. So this is stop one on our tour of Warren, Ohio, the Warren G. Harding Monument. Welcome to Warren, Ohio. This is our first stop on our tour of the city. This is the Warren G. Harding Monument. Former high school petitioners, when they decided the building was too dilapidated and falling apart to stand, wanted the building saved, so they compromised into keeping just the front of the building. So now we have in this lovely Warren, Ohio neighborhood that I am currently panning through just the front of a falling apart high school. Now, if you could see some of the infrastructure, the old windows. Now, this was a place of great rivalry, football rivalries, gang rivalries, pretty much any rivalry you can think of. What I'm trying to do now is get a look at the sidewalk, the doors. Looks like some trash and cigarette cartons. Truly a lovely sight for any urban neighborhood. Actually, it fits in quite well with the rest of the neighborhood. So this is stop one on our tour of Warren, Ohio, the Warren G. Harding Monument. Okay, our next stop on the tour, I'm here in Warren, Ohio at David Grohl Alley. Now, David Grohl, former band member of 90s hit Nirvana, led by the late Kurt Cobain, and now the preferred t-shirt of every high schooler in America for throwbacks that smell like Teen Spirit, but never mind that. David Grohl, now known as the lead singer of Foo Fighters from Warren, Ohio. Yes, they have given him his own alley. We are currently looking at one of the most prominent paintings on the alley with his name on it. Now, if you continue through, you'll see in honor of David Grohl, we have the City of Warren garbage, caution tape. May be hard to get in the shop, but into the alley we start to get some graffiti. We're going to try to get, so before we move on, we are finishing up with our broken down truck and our graffiti that was left in David Grohl Alley, proving once again that we just cannot have nice things. Here we are continuing on down David Grohl Alley. We'll get a nice shot here of a little monument to him, David Grohl as the drummer. This actually is kind of a cool little tribute to him. And here we're coming to the close of Warren, Ohio, David Grohl Alley. For Warren, Ohio, world famous hot dog shop. Everybody knows, even outside of the city of Warren, about the hot dog shop. My recommendation for this establishment would be your chili cheddar cheese fries, and a cheddar and kraut dog. Once again, our stop on Warren, Ohio, in the Warren Hot Dog Shop. Okay, our next stop on Warren, Ohio. We're in downtown Warren at the War Memorial. What we're looking at now is a Civil War monument. Now, there are two soldiers on the Civil War monument. Warren urban legend has it that one of the monuments had the musket stolen decades ago and thrown in the Mahoning River, possibly for radioactive fish to defend themselves with the musket against other radioactive fish. But again, this is our Civil War monument. Behind us we have the river where the musket was discarded with the radioactive fish. It wasn't until the early 2000s that the other musket was finally replaced by the soldier who had lost his weapon. Here is the other soldier on the other side of the monument. And on the wall we have the names of veterans from different wars all along the monument. We continue on. We can take another look at the river here. Now this is the only monument in the small little garden here. We'll walk through and we'll just take a look and see what else. Looks like North Korea, Trumbull County Korean War Memorial. Another shot of the wall here as we continue on. Memorial benches. Another shot of the river where the original musket still lives with the radioactive fish still defending themselves to this day. We continue on with our tour of the monument. Trumbull County Vietnam Veterans Memorial. Our tour of the Warren, Ohio War Veterans Memorial. We continue our tour of the Warren, Ohio. This location is Plaza Fail. Now this is what happens when we can't keep our businesses open. As you can see, there's the rest of the plaza in the background, which now consists of two stores. Everything else has gone out of business, so I do give them a little bit of credit in the fact that they did with this plaza what they probably should have did with the entire Harding Monument, and just decided to tear it down. Okay, our next stop on the tour of Warren, Ohio, we are off of Route 169, and there's a reason why I'm showing the garbage and the beer bottles, because what we are going to look at now is a children's playground next to the beer bottles. So the children's playground off of a main, pretty busy road, and not really very far off the road. Playground was constructed in a very large open field. They would position the children's playground so close to the main road. Here's the slides. I guess they want the parents to take extra caution as they're playing around and make sure they don't run out into the main busy traffic cold road. So again, this is our next stop in Warren, Ohio, our playground. Beer we're back on our tour of Warren, Ohio. Our next stop is the Car on a Platform. It's kind of one of our more industrial neighborhoods in the city. Not really much to say about this particular stop. Not much needs to be said. It's a car on a platform. We're still in the neighborhood with the Car on a Platform. We're now walking in front of the General Electric lamp division. As you can see, a lot of these buildings are very old buildings. Some of them not in the best of shape, but again, we are in a industrial neighborhood in Warren, Ohio. This is one of our stops. Again, we are right up the road, just a little ways from the Car on the Platform that you just got to see here a couple minutes ago. What we're doing now is we're continuing our trip. We're actually on Dana Street in Warren, Ohio, which shows a lot of the old factories, industrial buildings. Actually haven't come to the worst of them. The only one coming up that looks like it may be missing some windows, or some windows in pretty bad shape. This building actually isn't too bad. Again, we're on Dana Street, Warren, Ohio, walking through the industrial part of the neighborhood. Okay, one brief stop on our tour of Warren, Ohio as we make our way to our next destination. We're taking a look at the hippie shop. Apparently they are open when they feel like it and closed most of the time. Again, we are on Parkman Road in Warren, Ohio, just taking a brief shot of the hippie shop. Okay, we are at the last stop on a brief little tour of Warren, Ohio. This is actually Neil Armstrong. This is where he took his first flight. Now, this was actually, you can see on the board in the background here, this is the first time he was ever in flight in an airplane from this spot. So we're going to take a walk in and take a look. They have a little astronaut memorial in here. Cool little spot in the city. So again, this memorial is showing where Neil Armstrong took his first flight in an airplane. And we're checking out the memorial now. The memorial itself, obviously, more of a space station memorial. So again, we're on Parkman Road, Warren, Ohio, wrapping up with the Neil Armstrong Memorial. This spot here where he took his first flight. Really focusing on the monument. This has been a tour of Warren, Ohio. A couple of the highlights, a couple of the lowlights of the city, but again, not everything you can expect out of the city, but at least a little sample size of what is Warren, Ohio. Hi, today we had a lot of fun traveling through the city of Warren, Ohio. But now it's time to talk about something a little more seriously. Every day, thousands of snakes are left abandoned and homeless. We here at the fake Save the Python organization are asking you to take in a snake, such as this little ball python snake bite. So again, don't let the snakes go homeless. Take in a pet snake of your own. Myself and Snakebite will thank you.